Hey everybody, welcome back to TheRenGirl. Today I'm going to be talking about the surgery I'm going to be getting. Okay, so I guess I should start out by telling you what kind of surgery I'm getting. I'm getting a full thyroidectomy. I will be getting my thyroid removed. For those of you who don't know, the thyroid is a butterfly-shaped gland located in your neck. And they call it the master gland because it kind of affects a lot of things in your body, like the heart rate and other things. Pregnancy kind of messed up my thyroid. At my 6-week postpartum checkup, my doctor was feeling it, and he was like, "Oh yeah, that's definitely enlarged." And I don't know, I thought he was joking because sometimes he was just a funny guy. And I was like, "Are you serious?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm serious." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And at that point, I hadn't noticed any symptoms. So he scheduled for me to go see an ENT doctor, which is an ear, nose, and throat doctor. And I went, and at that point I wasn't having any symptoms, so I was just like, no, I'm good. And they took some blood, and like, we're gonna check the hormone levels in my body and everything. And so he was like, well, okay, if you're feeling fine, not having any symptoms, then I guess we'll just call you when you have the results, and maybe we'll bring you in, or just, whatever. And so I went home and I was like totally fine. And then I think it was just a couple days later when all these symptoms started hitting me, and it really freaked me out because I didn't understand what was going on with my body, like that it was related to my thyroid or anything. And it's getting hard to breathe, which made me freak out, and I just like couldn't stop thinking about it. So it was really making it hard to breathe. And for the first little while that I started having these problems, I would have anxiety attacks, and those are not fun at all. Anyway, so at that point, I don't think my levels were off very much, so the doctor was saying, okay, let's just wait a little while. Anyway, and then one day I was sitting in one of my college classes, and my heart, like, I could just feel like a thump, 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 and I got so freaked out. I was like, am I going to have a heart attack? Like, what is going on with me? And I got really scared. So I was calling the doctors right away, and they couldn't get me in, so I was going to try to get in and see a regular doctor and all these things, and I was starting to get symptoms like I was feeling full in my throat, so I couldn't breathe. My heart was like beating fast, along with the breathing. Like if I just even went up one flight of stairs, I was absolutely winded, and that's difficult when you're walking all around a college campus, and I live on the 3rd floor of our apartment complex, so not very comfortable. But the thing was, with all the tests we took, well, like blood tests that the ENT doctor ordered, my levels were kind of very much fluctuating. So, like, my thyroid levels would be high, and then they'd be low, and then high and low, and it would just kind of cycle throughout the month. And with that, they can't really medicate you at all because they don't want to. I mean, if they diagnose it, well, your levels are low, and they like give you hormone replacements, so there's more hormone in your body, and then you're still taking it when it goes high, it can cause problems. And he said oftentimes after pregnancy, a lot of women develop this, but then it goes away, like it just figures itself out. That did not end up being my case. So after a couple months, we figured out, it kind of stabilized a little bit. I have Hashimoto's thyroiditis, which sounds really cool, but it's not at all. Basically, I believe that means it's hypothyroidism, which means my thyroid isn't producing enough hormones because my body's kind of attacking it, which isn't cool at all. So I'm on medication that really helped with symptoms like the heart and breathing and different things like that. But the thing is, it doesn't shrink the thyroid back at all because it did get enlarged. I don't know if you can see it. Whenever I go in, he's like, oh yeah, I can see it from here. Anyway, so it's kind of, my neck is enlarged there. And he said the medicine wouldn't really shrink it, which is, I mean, it's a fullness in the throat, so it took me like a long time to get used to the feeling of my throat just kind of feeling bigger and kind of intrusive. And it's just kind of gotten to the point where I don't want it to get any worse because sometimes I do have problems swallowing or it'll hurt, and I don't want to have to deal with that. It makes life really uncomfortable. And with me starting beauty school. It's a 15-month commitment, and they are really big on attendance, so you can get through school, and it's not taking you forever to get through, which is beneficial for them and for me as a student. But the thing is, yeah, like I said, anyway, I lost my train of thought. Attendance is really important, and I don't want it to get even more enlarged or have me get fed up with it while I'm at school. Well, I'm already fed up with it, but I don't want it to get worse and worse. And then while I'm in school, have to take time out to get it removed. So it's just giving me tons of heck right now, and I don't want to deal with it. So uncomfortable to live with, and I'm gonna be getting it removed. I think basically they just make like a 1-inch incision right there, and then they'll get it out that way. And I've seen people who have had the surgery, and nowadays like the scars are barely even noticeable unless you're looking for it. So that's good. I don't want like a big old nasty scar on my neck. So that is the surgery I'm going to be getting in mid-November. Yeah, so I'm kind of trying to make a whole bunch of videos at once on a couple different days so I can like stretch them throughout November, so it's not like, oh, I haven't made videos for 3 weeks and then yeah, that's whatever. So I'll try to keep you updated with that as I find out information, but yeah, that is why I'm getting surgery. Yeah. So I will see you next time.